both very much in top 8 contention. We'll see if one or both are able to make it over the course of the next couple of rounds. But whoever wins this match, lock it up, lock it in, they'll be in the top 8 later this evening.
Yeah, both in great spots. Even after you lose this round, still in a very solid spot.
Still totally fine. Emma's going to start things off with a Scalding Tarn. And now it'll be a Thoughtseize. So 15 is a good place to start.
Yep. Right where you want to be.
Yeah, get that out of the way right now. Watery Grave, the land of choice. And we'll see here what Greg is working with. We see the Eldrazi Temple on top. There's also an Urza piece, a Mattery Shaper, an Endbringer, a Walking Ballista, and I think it might be 2 Endbringers actually, along with an Expedition map. So a little bit of a weird hand.
Yeah, this is a strange mix. I do appreciate Emma, the veteran move laid out in the middle of the table for us.
That'll get you style points with us here in the booth.
Yeah, for sure.
At the end of the day, what really else matters?
Yeah, just the style points.
Yeah.
A top 8,
That's all well and good.
Yeah.
That's fine. SCG Tour points, invite to the Invitational. Cool.
Yeah, 5 Geezers.
Yeah. But what do we think?
Yeah.
What do we think?
It's the approval of Cedric Phillips that you should really be striving for in this situation.
Correct.
This is an interesting hand. It's pretty messy. You wanted to deny some mana resources here, so I can see going after the map. But the Matter Reshaper also could just find lands when it dies as well.
Yeah, I can find pretty much anything. And Matter Reshaper was the draw here for Greg. So we're going to head back over to Emma, who does have a Street Wraith in hand. We're going to cycle that, fall down to 13. Death Shadow almost online.
A little closer to where she wants to be.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's make it 11.
Yep, getting it done.
It's a race to the bottom.
What a ridiculous deck.
I don't know if this deck is good or bad for Magic, but I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it.
It is a blast to watch. And, Magic is all about solving problems. And I love that the community, the gamers, the intelligent people out there, they all solve problems in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
How many times in Magic's history have people solved the problem before by losing as much life as possible as quickly as possible?
Just running to the bottom of the hill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, not since the days of Mirror Universe when the rules were different.
Yeah. The hatred.
Sure.
That was the way to do it, I guess. Most people don't know about hatred.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Little turn 1, 2/2. Little turn 2, some Rituals Hatred.
Yeah, you're dead. Pleasure. Serum Visions here. Looks like I was going to put one on top, one on bottom with the Scry.
That was in the world of Shadow creatures.
Yeah.
What you know about Shadow?
Dothy Horde, Dothy Slayer? I know a little, not a lot.
He knows about Shadow.
Not a lot. Urza piece. And it's Matter Shaper. I have to imagine that resolves. And now we're going to head back over to Emma, who will untap and draw. On the hunt for a Death Shadow or some other large creature, Gurmag Angler, Tassiger, the Golden Fang.
A very comfortable 8 life right now.
Oh, he's sitting pretty.
Going into turn 3.
Probably not low enough.
There's still time.
Yeah. See what comes next here for Handy. Thought Scour. Target herself. Kolaghan's Command. Death Shadow go to the graveyard. Scalding Tarn goes to hand. Could bring herself down to 5.
What a ridiculous deck.
Yeah, Polluted Delta. And now Tassiger. Now remember, this Eldrazi Tron deck that Greg is playing does have access to Dismember. So Tassiger is not the end-all be-all. They have ways of going about killing it. And that'll be it for Emma Handy. Let's go back over to Greg. There's his tower. Mattery Shaper. No real good attacks here. At least it appears that way, so.
This is why I love Modern.
Yeah.
You have one player making 30 plays a turn.
Yes.
You know, you have someone else making one play a turn, and both of these decks are competitive in the format.
Oh, yeah. And it's unclear who's even winning this game. Here comes Tassiger. All right, there's a block. Trigger. Chalice of the Void. That's going to go to hand. Yeah, that's a hard card for Emma's deck to beat when it's on one. We saw that yesterday when Brian Brondone was playing. Fortunately for him, he was able to draw Kolaghan's Command both games that Chalice showed up on one.
And it looked like Greg drew a Walking Ballista there. That's a very interesting one. With Emma dealing herself so much damage, if Greg can put together Tron, he can potentially just machine gun Emma out of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's probably not done dealing herself damage.
You see the Scalding Tarn and Polluted Delta on the battlefield, so I think you might be right. Let's see what we have here for Greg. It's going to be a Walking Ballista for 2. Get some dice here on that in just a moment.
Yeah, Greg's a little bottlenecked with no Tron online.
Mm-hmm.
He can only make one play a turn, and if he puts Emma on Stubborn Denial here, he might be saying, I don't want to use my whole turn playing a Chalice on one that's just going to get Stubborn Denialed anyway, so I'll advance my board with this Walking Ballista.
It's a fatal push there with Revolt. Another Chalice going to go to Greg's hand. The Revolt, of course, coming from the Scalding Tarn being sacrificed. Yeah, playing a little bit around Stubborn Denial. Here's a Polluted Delta that will be sacrificed. Will it be 6 or will it be 4? All right, it'll be 6.
I was about to say, 4 seems precarious with that Walking Ballista over there.
Fatal Push is going to go after Walking Ballista. All right, well, get to 4 one way or the other.
Yeah.
But do you want to knock her to 4? Or are you supposed to leave her at 6?
Yeah.
Who knows?
So funny. What is this, turn 5? Emma's at 4 life.
Perfect.
Has Greg right where she wants him.
Lovely. Snapcaster Mage in hand. Take a draw step.
Oh, that one's great.
I think that was a Kolaghan's Command.
I think she already has a Kolaghan's Command in the graveyard.
Well, there's an island. Thump. In for 4. Greg will take his first damage down to 16. We're going to go his way.
I think she should have just deployed a Death Shadow there.
Just Kolaghan commands one back?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, she still has the Snapcaster to Kolaghan's Command again.
Boy. That is bad news.
That is a huge problem. And
Yes,
if
it
she had a
is.
Death Shadow in play right now.
It would be less of a problem. Yep, and now just straight up dead to it. So if there was a Kolaghan's Command in hand, if you Kolaghan's Command back just a Death Shadow and play that.
Yep, you just go discard, return.
Yep, then you're actually okay.
Even if you don't want to go, you could go 2 damage return.
Mm-hmm. Instead, Reality Smasher going to come down and get the job done. So Greg Gentile is going to win game number 1 here over Emma Handy. Eldrazi very quickly up a game here over Grixis Death Shadow. Handy going straight to the sideboard. We are going to prepare to do the same here in just a moment. We will start with Emma. He'll be on the play. You see 2 Ceremonious Rejection, 2 Anger of the Gods, 2 Collective Brutality, 2 Nile Spellbomb, 2 Surgical Extraction. Here come the one-ofs, and Liliana, the Last Hope, is a Static Caster. Stubborn Nile, Terminate, and the Jerry T Special by force.
that Jerry T Special is kind of interesting. There's a question of whether or not she's going to want another answer to potential Chalice of the Voids, but she's definitely going to want the Ceremonious Rejections. I see the additional Stubborn Denial coming in, and the Terminate is obviously great when your opponent just has a few very large creatures.
Other side of things here for Greg. These sideboards are always fun for Eldrazi Tron. You got 3 Surgical Extraction, 2 Grafdigger's Cage, 2 Hangerback Walker, and here come the fun ofs. Batterskull, Emrakul, the Promise End. Sure. A Basilisk Collar, a Chalice of the Void, a Pith Needle, a Ratchet Bomb, a Warping Whale, and hell, why not a Platinum Angel?
Why not a Platinum Angel?
Why not one?
You can't lose.
They can't win, you can't lose. Why not?
That seems like an ideal situation to be in.
I can't argue with that.
This Chalice of the Void is definitely going to come in here. It's going to be interesting. I don't know how Greg wants to fight these. I'm sure he has a game plan. He's ready for this. Everyone knew that Grixis Death Shadow was going to be out in force this weekend. But it's a question of, does he want Grafdigger's Cage? Does he want Surgical Extraction? Some of these fringe cards that aren't always good. Does he want a Warping Whale? To counter some discard spells. So we'll see what route he takes with those types of cards.
Well, these players have sideboarded pretty quickly here and shuffled up. So they'll finish shuffling. And we're going to talk about that Season 2 schedule of the SCG Tour, which is going to start with that Season 1 Invitational we've talked about so much this weekend, June 30th through July 2nd. Modern and Standard with the Modern top 8. Then we take a couple weeks off. We'll head to Cincinnati for Standard, do a little team event in Atlanta. And then in August, we'll do some Modern in Syracuse. Go to the Dinosaur Barbecue there. It's lovely, trust me. Richmond for Modern. Louisville for a little Modern. Basically, these are food stops for me.
Yes.
I incidentally have to do coverage, but we'll do some Standard in Dallas, some Modern in Charlotte, and then a couple more dates here in Season 2 where we go to Cincy for Modern, DC for Legacy, a regional championship, and so much more.
So you're saying that you just travel, one, to eat delicious food all over the country?
Yes.
And two, to maintain your airline status?
Yeah.
That's what you're telling me.
And then sometimes I do coverage. Now, for our Standard Opens, we have Bantu the Glorified, the Invocation version.
Yep.
For our Modern Opens, we have Spell Pierce.
Awesome.
Beautiful artwork. And then the most beautiful artwork, at least in your opinion, for Legacy.
Love this artwork.
We have Days. Again, free and exclusive playmats for all of our Season 2 Opens and Classics here on the SCG Tour. Good stuff.
There's been playmats for a long time.
Yeah, there have been.
There's a ton of playmats. But
Also true.
There used to just be a ton of stinky playmats.
How dare you?
No, you know what I'm saying. Way back in the day, you'd get some playmats, and some of them were okay, and some of them were, eh. My point is, I feel like all the playmats now are just 9 out of 10, Oh,
well, that I can't disagree with. Yes, they're all awesome now.
Yeah,
there's kind of a method to the madness now. I think people are looking more towards artwork from cards that go well in playmats as opposed to just kind of whatever.
Sure.
There's a methodology now.
They don't say, oh, there's 300 cards in this set. Let's roll the D300 and just see which one comes up,
see
and we'll
what
make
lands.
that.
Yeah. Seek the wilds, as it were. Yeah, I think they're getting a little bit better at that.
Yeah.
I would say.
But it creates a dilemma. You end up with all these awesome playmats. Which one do you use?
Who knows? I got so many at home. Well, I've gotten rid of a lot of them, actually. I had to, start my retirement fund. So,
Sure.
Gotten rid of a lot of them. But I kept the ones that I really like. And then I have my Mega Man 2 playmats, which are my favorites.
How do you acquire those?
There's a wonderful company by the name of Inked Playmats.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of, and they made me some Mega Man 2 playmats.
You submitted some Mega Man 2 artwork to them?
Correct. Way back in the day, and I still have all 8 of them.
This was before you were aware of what copyright infringement is? Or?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, just...
What are you talking about? The internet has artwork, and I used it.
That's fair.
Yeah. And they're great, and they'll never be for sale, and they will always be on my kitchen table and desk.
This is not to be encouraged for the rest of the community. Just to be clear.
It's public artwork, Craig.
Just to be clear.
Public artwork, okay?
Star City Games and its affiliates does not condone.
Yeah, here we go. There we go. They're great pieces of art. Emma Handy will take a mulligan here down to 6, it appears. Greg, sitting pretty right now, up a game. Eldrazi Tron. Making it look pretty easy.
I've got some pretty cool playmats from the World of Warcraft card game when that was around for a little bit.
Okay.
They had some pretty exclusive playmats, only if you made top 8 of certain events and things like that. And so it's kind of a badge of honor. I like the artwork, and it was an accomplishment for me winning these playmats. So I've got some of those sitting around.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
But I use, most of the time I use a pretty cool Star City Games original artwork, Regionals winner playmat.
Good save. Good save, yeah.
Just company man here.
Good save here. Coming full circle. I like it. I like it. So you get it. Oh, see, now people want to see the Mega Man playmat art. Yeah. I know you do. I know. Looks like Emma's going to keep 6.
Are you like the the wealthy art collector that socks away.
Yeah, I'm the guy from
special pieces of art.
I'm the guy from Ocean's 12.
You don't let anyone else see it.
I'm Talor. I breakdance through security lines and all that other nonsense they did in that movie. That's me.
All right, same start as last game.
Yeah, Thoughtseize is powerful. Down to 3 already. We got an All's Dust, a Graph Digger's Cage, an Expedition Map, a Reality Smasher, 2 of the same Tron piece, and an Eldrazi Temple.
And this time, Emma will not be caught off guard by this Reality Smasher.
No, not at all. I think that may have been a top deck for Greg. And if it was, good beats. Good top deck.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. You put these cards in your deck so that you can draw them, right?
Absolutely.
What do you think? Are we going after the map here, or is our hand such that we can't beat a Graph Digger's Cage?
I am interested in... so I don't care about All's Dust. We're a long way away from that.
Yep.
Little fear of the map in the cage. Don't really care about Reality Smasher too much.
I mean, maybe it is Reality Smasher. That's the only thing going on in his hand right now.
Taking map feels a little weak, but then if Greg draws a different Tron piece, then all of a sudden he has access to Tron. 7 mana on turn 3, and then All's Dust is a relevant card.
Yeah.
So I'm leaning towards Expedition Map right now if I'm Emma. That's what I'm leaning towards.
I think that's the top of my list. We don't know Emma's hand.
Ooh.
She's going to go with All's Dust. I guess she plans on getting some things onto the board quick.
I am a little surprised by this. We'll see how this shakes out.
He is a long way from casting that card.
Mm-hmm. It is very powerful in the matchup. I will say that. Expedition Map looks to be the play, and now we're going to head back Emma Handy's way.
There's other reasons she might leave the map in the hand. Like if she just decided in that Bifrost and it was in her hand, she might just be looking to get it that way.
That's true, actually. Here's Thought Scour. Turn on Thought Scour, Death Shadow, and draw a card. It's now 5 cards in the graveyard. A fetch land would be 6.
We could have a real big fish coming out here.
Thoughtseize. Hangerback Walker was the draw. Huh.
You know, with the second Thoughtseize in the hand, I really would have wanted to get that map.
Well, it's clear the plan is to take away the big spells.
Yeah.
Maybe Greg doesn't draw any other ones, as opposed to going the opposite direction.
Sure.
Taking away the small spells and leaving him stranded with the big spells. Let's see what this is. Temple. Just pass the turn back. You're ready to crack an Expedition Map. Time to draw.
Now,
It's a Serum Visions.
Greg has an interesting decision when he cracks this map. Does he get another Temple in case he top decks an Eldrazi?
Mm-hmm.
Or does he get another Tron piece in expectation of ramping out bigger spells?
Yeah, I think I would get a Tron piece in this instance because even if you get a tower, whatever, tower or power plant, whichever one you want, you play that and then you can still cast a Thought-Knot Seer if you draw it.
Yep.
You know, you get a Temple. The only reason I think to get a Temple is if he drew exactly Reality Smasher. He would also be closer to Endbringer if that's still in his deck. That's really about it for me. As we see a Gurmag Angler. Gonna leave everything. Gonna get rid of everything. Just gonna leave Death's Shadow. Now here's Blood Crypt tap, pass the turn back.
We'll see what Greg wants.
Mm-hmm. He's searching for something in particular. Cavern. Okay.
It's not what we expected.
No? Looks like you like to make some things uncounterable.
Any color, Cedric.
True. So true.
You want chartreuse? You need the cavern.
Yep. That's true. Greg will draw. Here is Cavern. Curious to see what he's going to name with this. He's going to play Graph Digger's Cage. Here's Ratchet Bomb. He named Construct with the Cavern. Ratchet Bomb comes down, which will take care of Death Shadow, obviously.
Yep.
Well, Angler,
It needs a couple more turns to get after this fish.
Well, gonna be tough for the old Ratchet Bomb here.
And if Emma didn't side in that Bi-Force before,
Coming in now.
yeah, it's probably coming in now. She's seen the cage, she's seen the hangerback walker. There's the artifacts that we already know about, and Chalice of the Void.
Greg down to 15. I'm going to pass, it looks like, with a Kolaghan's Command in hand.
It's a good one.
Well, it didn't work great last game. Probably work better this time, though.
I was about to say, she's in a slightly different spot this game.
There's a Tower of Power. This is a Hangerback Walker.
Can't counter that one.
Nope. That is a construct, after all. Artifact creature, Thopter Maker guy.
Thopter Maker guy.
That's what it should have been.
Yep.
Kolaghan's Command is going to go after Ratchet Bomb and return a Death Shadow. Okay, then. Handy will untap and take a draw step. Serum Vision's also in hand. I think that's where she will start her turn. Draw card and scry 2. Scalding Tarn among the cards she's taking a look at with the scry. See if it'll be both on top, both on bottom, or she will split the difference momentarily here. Street Wraith also in hand. It's a combo with scry. You could draw the card right away. You get it.
That's complicated. Explain how that works.
You get it.
So you scry 2 to the bottom.
Yeah. Then you draw from the bottom. You get it.
Draw from the bottom.
You get it.
I expect Emma to be a little more careful with their life total this game.
Mm-hmm.
She's in the driver's seat. Her opponent does not have Tron. She kind of got punked from out of nowhere last game. She's got a lot going on, and it's going to be hard for her to lose this game the way it looks right now, unless she deals herself another 6 or 7 damage.
One on top, one on bottom. And the big fish. Greg down to 10.
Yeah, no problem.
Next up.
I think Emma has some interest in getting this hangerback walker off of the table.
Wouldn't hate it. 2 Death Shadows isn't bad either. Pass the turn back. Now she's just got a great battlefield.
Yeah. Yeah, that was better than killing the hangerback walker.
Maybe. Remember, all his dust is gone. That was taken care of very early in the game. Let's see what this is going to be. It's a Reality Smasher. Here's a land.
Can't attack with that guy.
No, you can't. All that's going to do is make Death Shadow real upset.
They're so angry.
Yeah. Terminate the draw.
Ooh, that was a good draw.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good.
You make that up yourself?
That's all me.
Wow.
That's all me.
You should write for TV shows or something.
I've considered it.
Yeah.
I'm discarding a Gurmag Angler. Everybody in. Whee!
Yeah, let's splash around a little bit here.
Those Death Shadows right now are 4/4s. Hangerback Walker is going to become a 3/3. Then it'll die, blocking the Gurmag Angler. So 3 Thopters will be on the way here for Greg. And sure, Tasker, why not?
We're all in.
Yep. Couldn't be more all in. As Greg should be at 2 at this point.
I like the all in right now.
And all dead. Emma Handy going to tie things up here against Greg Gentile. Grixis Death Shadow, Drowsy Tron, getting ready here for game number 3.
Yeah, and we see the problems with the deck that doesn't have a lot of deck manipulation. Sometimes you just don't find the right cards in the right situations.
You are at the mercy of the top of your deck and hoping that things do pan out.
Well, and even if you have got the right cards in your opening hand, we saw him just get picked apart by discard spells that game.
That's the power of Thought Season, friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, that's some of the appeal of this deck. You get discard, you get a little counter magic, you get super cheap threats that are very large, you get removal, you get Kolaghan's Command and Snapcaster Mage. What's not to like?
Yeah.
You try to tell me to play a different deck, I'm going to be hard-pressed to do that.
And slews of deck manipulation.
Yeah, Serum Visions and Thought Scour and so much more. Yeah, there's a lot of appeal here. It doesn't mean Greg can't win. His deck's doing some powerful stuff too, you know.
Oh, definitely. But he has to get this Tron online. He's got to start doing some big unfair things. We saw Emma lose the first game because I think she probably made a little misstep, and Greg got a little bit lucky.
Yeah, I think you identified that pretty quickly with the Kolaghan's Command. Had she cast that to get back that shadow and cast it, then Reality Smasher is an irrelevant draw.
Yeah.
She would have in a pretty good spot there. So see if she can bounce back from that error 2 games in a row since she's won this one. As you see both players sideboarding, getting ready here for game number 3. While they do that, we're going to talk about Murderous Red Carp.
Ding, nailed it.
And its addition to the Creature Collection, because now we got this stuff available on playmat sleeves and player bundles. Available now is our good friend of the Creature Collection, the Aquatic Assassin, who takes down Scaly Scum. It's the Murderous Red Carp. Go.
Look at you.
I know. I know. That's Nick Miller's words. He does the writing for those.
Oh.
I don't have that in me. Aquatic Assassin killing Scaly Scum. Nah. I get to say it, though.
Your delivery was spot on.
Thank you so much. Go to StarCityGames.com/Creature Collection to pick up playmat sleeves and player bundles of Murderous Red Carp today.
2 for 2.
Yep. I'm on it. Got my coffee. Just kidding. Just kidding. I would never do that. That's disgusting. We'll learn a little bit more about Emma Handy now, number 23 on our leaderboard here. 25-year-old from Asheville, North Carolina. Got 1 open top 8 on the resume. Looking for number 2 right here this weekend. Very good position to do so. Picked up her first open top 8 last year with 4-color rally. One heck of a deck. Has qualified for nationals or better in 7 different card games. Can play any musical instrument in a rock band. And she is a Lady Gaga enthusiast. And really, who isn't?
Yeah, yeah.
She's not alone in that. With her poker face.
Oh, I get it, because that's Lady Gaga.
That's, yeah, I'm an enthusiast as well.
Ding.
That's her worst song, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know any of the deeper tracks.
Well, just looking at the singles right now.
Sure.
Just looking at the singles.
But even that song is fun.
I believe her best track is Paparazzi. Or it could be Just Dance.
Lots of fun songs.
But yeah, Lady Gaga, she's been kind of gone for a little while.
Her most recent song, I really enjoyed.
Which one's that, Craig?
I'm trying to remember the name. Help me out here.
Sing it, and I can help you.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going down that rabbit hole.
I guess you don't care. I guess you don't care that much.
You just put the line in the water and you see if something.
I guess you don't care that much about Lady Gaga. You're not an enthusiast.
I guess not.
Yeah.
Just the charade is up.
Yeah. That's okay. That's okay. Maybe next time. I'll get it out of you. That's all right. I think the song you're probably thinking of is Edge of Glory.
No.
Fine. It's another great Lady Gaga tune. Another great one.
I want to get you singing some more Lady Gaga songs.
That's all you're really gonna get from me. I'm not big on Lady Gaga. I don't dislike, but I'm not big on Lady Gaga. I prefer.
You know what I just thought?
What's that?
Now we have something to wager on in the future.
What is with you and the wagers? You already got me for the French toast sticks.
Yeah, but so many wagers aren't fun.
Okay.
But if we've got Lady Gaga covers as a wager,
I would win.
No, I mean the loser would have to sing a cover.
Oh boy. Yikes.
Like that's more fun than
That's true.
a normal wager.
That's true. That's true. Just make me sing Paramore. We'll be okay. Don't make me sing Lady Gaga.
I mean, you don't get to choose.
I can tell. My goodness. Both of these players are going to keep 7 cards. We are underway here in game number 3. A Bloodstained Mire for Emma Handy.
Come on, Thoughtseize.
You got it.
Yes.
15 again.
Makes it so much easier for us in the booth.
Emma doing all the work. And is there a chalice to take is the question. Yes. Yes, there is.
Yeah.
Along with a Mattery Shaper, a Hangerback Walker, a Reality Smasher, along with a Ghost Quarter. I think that might actually be 2 Ghost Quarters, but it might be a Ghost Quarter and Eldrazi Temple.
Yeah, and only one card to take here.
It feels like Chalice is the obvious one.
Yeah, I mean, potentially she could have an answer for that in her hand, but sans an answer, it's got to be the Chalice every time.
Yeah, that's gone.
And Greg's hand is still pretty good if that's a Temple, which it looks like it is.
I'd be happy with that hand. No doubt. No doubt. That hand is good. Here's a Matter Reshaper on turn 2, which is problematic for Emma's deck. It's a Resilient Threat. But the Chalice means that Emma actually gets to do things like this. Just casting Serum Visions. Actually get things set up as Terminates the draw.
Yeah, the Grixis Death Shadow deck is basically turned off if they can't cast 1 mana spells.
Yeah. Not going to get to do all that much.
And she might be double dipping with another Serum Visions this turn.
Well, got to get it all set up. Going to take some damage to do so. And if a Reality Smasher comes down this turn,
oh, she found something she liked.
Could be bad news. It's just going to be an attack here with Matter Reshaper handy going to fall down to 12. Greg doing some of the work here as there is an Expedition map.
And that map will ensure a Reality Smasher next turn.
Mm-hmm. All right, Emma. Time to draw. See how we do here. Picked up a copy of Terminate. You see the Blood Crypt at the ready. The question is, does she have anything like a Death Shadow? Looks like we're going to go towards Bloodstained Mire. Maybe not. There's Blood Crypt. And no, let's do it with this one. There's Serum Visions.
Couple of pump fakes for us.
Yep, I'm getting tricked here. Polluted Delta, the draw. Scry 2. Death Shadow is 1. Looks like Terminate is the other.
Well, she's flush with Terminates. Good place to be. Death Shadow, definitely a card she wants.
Looks like top. And pass with Terminate at the ready. And Greg's going to sacrifice the Expedition map. We'll see what land he wants to search up here. Cavern of Souls again.
Well, that gets him around a potential ceremonious rejection.
Correct.
I like it here.
He's been quick to search that land up both games. Remember, Handy does have a couple copies of Ceremonious Rejection in the board. Great card in the matchup. And now we'll head over to Greg. There's Cavern of Souls. We'll see what it's naming. Last game was Construct. This game it could be Eldrazi. Yep, it is Eldrazi this time.
Yeah, definitely going to be Eldrazi here.
Bang.
Oh, we're not going to see that Reality Smasher.
I think we're going to see Hangerback Walker now. Maybe a Thought Knot Seer? Okay. Well, there's the hand. It's a good one. 2 Terminate, Snapcaster Mage, Stubborn Denial, Polluted Delta, and Bloodstained Mire.
We know that there's Death Shadow and Terminate coming off the top of this deck.
Mm-hmm. And Greg is going to, ooh, I love this Ghost
Yeah,
Quarter.
this is great.
Here is Terminate. Kill that. Draw the Death Shadow. And now going to lose the Steam Vents will handy.
Still not a terrible spot for her.
And yeah, she's not going to search because she's happy with the top card of her deck. So there you go. Time to draw.
Just Wasteland.
Yeah. My land's dead. But she knows what she knew what she was going to draw, which is Terminate, and she'd really like Terminate in this spot. Makes total sense. Here's Death Shadow. Additionally, fetch lands are nice right now because Death Shadow is only getting bigger. So we're going back over to Greg. Greg is going to draw.
And the hits need to keep on coming for him here.
Yeah, he's got to draw good spells over and over and over again, or he's going to get outclassed very quickly.
I mean, that Ratchet Bomb would be pretty good one.
There's Hangerback Walker for 2.
That's actually a really good one in this situation.
Yeah, it's a frustrating one. I think if you're Emma, you do want to kill that, but again, at what cost?
Yeah, you don't want to let it get out of control.
Yep. Here's Pluto Delta. I think this is a Delta that we're going to see maybe search up a swamp, maybe search up a watery grave. Not entirely sure.
Well, she can get the 2-mana land, but just tapped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was curious if she wanted to take damage. I mean, taking damage is rather risky here, so not sure.
Yeah, she's already looking at 2 creatures. She knows there's a Reality Smasher on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not go too low this game.
Time to draw. Tassiger.
That is a timely one. I was just about to say she wants to find, another big creature so she can threaten some offense and have some defense.
Here comes Death Shadow.
If I were Greg, I think I would just take it this time. I really want to grow that Hangerback Walker one more.
Get 3 counters so you can go 3 and 3 in the air, maybe.
Yeah. Well, and if one of the Thopters gets picked off here, his clock is so slow.
That's true. Here is Tassiger. So Del 5, Terminate and Serum Visions left in the graveyard.
I think Emma should I think she should have gotten rid of that Serum Visions, just left the land around.
Just so the Terminate's the best option.
Yeah, if she activates Tassiger, you want to leave Greg in a tough spot where he's got to give you a Terminate or potentially another really good card.
Customer service. Again, Jackson, Omaha.
Ghost Quarter.
Please report to customer service.
Maybe Reality Smasher. Remember, Greg has seen the hand.
Yep.
He took a Terminate, and then a Terminate got cast. So it seems like this would be clear for takeoff. Well.
And he's leaving a Thopter back.
Well, Handy's going to get the opportunity to terminate here. I think discarding, let's see, it could be Stubborn Denial or Snapcaster Mage. I think you just want to discard Stubborn Denial.
Yeah, I think the Snapcaster Mage still has too much value here.
Yeah, I think it's just too powerful of a card. Yeah, so discard Stubborn Denial. Tassiger is going to block Matter Reshaper. Matter Reshaper, of course, will trigger. 1 damage will come through. Seagate Wreckage is going to enter the battlefield.
Not terrible, but a little slow in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
And we see how quickly it's swung into Emma's favor here, where she's in the driver's seat now. She still needs to be a little bit worried about a Reality Smasher, just like last game. She doesn't have a whole lot of life total. Thopters are pinging away in the air, and a Reality Smasher would just finish the game.
Yeah, so she's actually doing all right because Snapcaster Mage in hand.
Yep.
She draws a card.
Yep, whatever she draws.
She can just discard to Reality Smasher and recast Terminate.
It's potential fodder.
Yeah. So doing okay. Now, as you mentioned, though, it's about closing this game out. That's where we're at now. She draws a card. And again, we believe Snapcaster Mage is the card in hand. We're not positive. This attack leads me to believe it's almost certainly Snapcaster Mage.
Yeah. I think even if it's not Snapcaster Mage, I think she has to make this attack.
Just try to win.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pass the turn back. Greg will draw. In for 2. It could be Walking Ballista. Huh.
Well, if it is Walking Ballista, Emma loses to it either way, right? She kills a flyer, takes 1, goes to 3. The Walking Ballista can still fire off 3 times.
It's Walking Ballista. Wow.
Wow.
And Stubborn Denial cannot counter that, folks.
And it looks like Greg just stole another
He
game.
sure did. Greg
Wow.
Gentile's going to win this match here over Emma Handy. 2-1. Eldrazi Tron going to take care of Grixis Dead Shadow. And we have our first player in the top 8. It's Greg Gentile with Eldrazi Tron.
That close.